So, good morning. My name is Darlene Anderson, and I'm living right here in the city of wonderful Las Vegas, a historical place, a magical city on the planet. It is the one city that offers entertainment to the universe. So you have to understand, how the concept of taxation came about here and how people who come here and perform pay real taxes and the people who live here pay a small amount of taxes, but everybody pays something. And then you need to understand, as an American citizen, what is your civic responsibility as a citizen? So when I got here, I was just curious as to why so many children underage, and 2 and 3 and 4 in the Goodwill, when I seen people in the public didn't have good articulation, could master the King's English. And you know how baby talk is. Well, baby talk is not acceptable in the public school system. It's just something that causes laughter for some children and teasing for some children and bullying for some children, but we all must understand that language development is critical as we are American citizens, and even that we bring so many different foreigners here and we educate all children. E pluribus unum, out of many there's one. There's always room for the one in the many. That's the concept of being an American citizen. But when you move to a town or a city or a state, and you share your concerns about their education system, and then they send you a letter. They don't even send you a letter. They don't bother to U.S. mail you anything, acceptance of the complaint or rejection of the complaint. I don't even recall if it had a number. What it did say is that we the people. And then that made me think, who is we the people? Because obviously it wasn't me. So I joined some local community groups, trying to understand what's going on. It's so critical that we as a nation, we as a people, understand that this is America. And as we are all Americans, the importance of each one, reach one, teach one is critical. So we're talking about critical things that have to happen for children and for humans to transition to next steps. And when we start looking at America, we have to look at the footprint of America and what we were able to achieve and what we've been able to do as a nation. But let's just look at inside America, shall we? And understand that African Americans weren't always free. And as we celebrate this year, 2021, understanding that Juneteenth was recognized as a national holiday, and understand who we are as Americans. Exercise your rights. Exercise your rights to ensure that people who look like you have the same access as you or equal to another individual. When I got here, I can't believe it. I never saw in my life where 259% of any ethnic group would be considered, under suspension and expulsion. That was the only data that I could find about African American children. Of course, only 7 African American children in 2019 graduated with the ability to move directly to the university. But when we look at education, we understand communities, and we understand poverty, and we understand the inability of an individual to pass what they don't have. Then know who you are. As if you've been successful in raising your family, there are people that just never had those skills. And you can't teach what you don't know. And we're in the each one teach one moment. And as a citizen, and as an American living here in Clark County, and as a taxpayer living here in Clark County, I just don't believe anyone has the right to oppress my liberty for freedom of speech, freedom of thought, and freedom of concept. Actually, it's called liberty. But when they take your liberty away and they expect you to say nothing, understand, I have violated no rules, no laws. But yet and still, I did protest. And I did. It said, no one will know that you've been restricted except for you. Is that a secret? Is that something I should have kept to myself? Are you serious? If you have standards and community standards, but you can't rally around them publicly, no one knows except for you. Well, guess what? I knew, and everybody who came to my page should know, so you got offended. And then you start hiding my profile and manipulating my IP address and, filing fake deeder claims. I didn't have to file for unemployment because I haven't worked since 1996. Get a clue. In America, it is you, and then it is you. So when you look in the mirror, don't expect change unless you're willing to demand change. We all have a responsibility to ensure that the maintenance of effort happens within a local city, town, and state. Meaning that if we put federal dollars, state dollars, and city dollars to an effort, why is it we can't measure the benefit? Well, I'm going to upload this video because it's apparent that somehow got a daddy or a master that is controlling or who believes that they can control me, and because they can't, they're going to continue to punish. I mean, they said that they didn't like what I said. They didn't believe in what I said, so therefore they're going to restrict me. And I said, well, I'm an American citizen with a little bit of knowledge, and I'm going to continue to post. Have a great day. I'll be talking more later. Y'all have fun now.